You need to think about business are forever suicidal. It's always gonna die, and 97% of ventures fail in the first 3 years. Second, you need to find the right team, and you need to understand that people are gonna leave you sometimes, and it's okay. And the last thing is, are you ready to make the leap and to start doing this on your own? It's Dari here, and this is the last part of our series of going from idea to the first sale, launching a startup. And today we'll be talking about running the company and beyond. We're gonna do this in 3 parts. There's a few things that you need to think about when launching. So the first thing I always like to talk about is business or suicidal. Business or forever trying to die, and your job is to keep it alive, especially in the first few years. Here's the fact: 97% of businesses, well, even if well funded and competently executed, fail within the first 3 years. That's the first thing you have to keep in mind. So when you're running a business, you always gonna have to keep that business trying to drown itself. You always have to try to keep it afloat, right? So first, you validate it to kind of mitigate that just a little bit. You've spoken to 200 people, to 100 people. You've also validated that how much money are you going to be charging. You have multiple ways of making money. And now you're launching. That's when things start happening. There are things that you could have never thought of that's going to keep coming your way, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? So the first thing is that the odds are forever against you. Look, I am probably one of the most optimistic person you ever meet. But the reality is 97% of ventures fail. But most of the time, we don't hear about the failures, and this is what mostly happens. The second part is, I think, is finding the right team. Look, what you're gonna be promising people that are on your team is, we're gonna be doing this thing. We have 97% chance of failure. We might never get paid. People in general like to get paid, period, like to start with. They don't like waiting to get paid later. In the beginning, it might look so good, it might look so great. The idea of getting a big payout, the idea of running this business, the idea of being your own man. You're thinking about like sacrificing leisure time, not going out with friends, sometimes sacrificing money. If you're not working, if you're not ready to take the leap and go on your own, you have to work 18-hour days, 19-hour days sometimes. The good thing is in all that, you're always gonna be learning. You could use whatever it was to go and apply to something else. You need people like this around you. You need people that complement you. And usually 3 that you need is someone with a vision, that most likely gonna be you. Someone that can sell the idea, understands the money. And someone that can sell, as in like a VP of sales. Someone that can like sell sand to the desert people. Someone that understands the finance, right? Someone that can run the money. Someone that know where the money's coming in, coming out, and with the plans that understand the whole picture. And I would say the number 4 is someone who can build it, right? If you're gonna build a tech company, then you need at least someone who's really comfortable, who understand, preferably who understand tech, and that can actually help you build that. And the last thing is, which I waited, is asking yourself the hard question. Now, given those things that I mentioned earlier, are you willing to make those sacrifices? Are you willing to give up on some leisure, some time with your family, on some time that you just sit and kick back to do a lot of work that might not pay off? And us at Synchronized Technology, it's really hard for us to answer because the people that come to us, we don't know. So it's something that we have to answer, like, how do you gauge someone's level of enthusiasm? How do you gauge that over the next 2 years? Are they gonna stay like this? Because a lot of times ventures just fail, and that's just a cost of doing business. So you have to ask yourself, am I willing, am I ready to make those sacrifices? The reason that we go to the monetization and validation and ask this potential founder to talk to so many people, to 200 people, not only that it's good for them to validate the idea, but they get a much better sense if that's gonna work. Also, give them a taste of what it might look like going forward, right? If you don't have the guts to go out and find ways to talk to 200 people or 100 people, whatever it is, to vet your idea, then what makes you think that maybe going in and trying to launch the whole thing and spend money for the next 2 or 3 years is not the right bet for you to make right now, right? In summary, you need to think about business are forever suicidal. It's always gonna die, and 97% of ventures fail in the first 3 years. You only have a 2% chance. Second, you need to find the right team, and you need to understand that people are gonna leave you sometimes, and it's okay. You need to find people that can match almost your level of enthusiasm. You need to make sure that people that you're finding also complement you. And the last thing is asking yourself the hard question. Ask yourself, are you ready to take the jump, to make the leap and to start doing this on your own? If you like this video, we have many more like it. Please hit on the subscribe button. That's somewhere over here or there. I don't know exactly where it is. So you can get more content from us. And yeah, we'll see you next time.